Hello.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to Mikani, to our leadership series. Today, our special guest is Ronald Zabala. He is an equestrian Olympic athlete and also a breeder and horse trainer, as well as an equestrian coach and a very successful entrepreneur. He's founded several companies. And so, welcome, Ronald.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Hi, Annie.
Hi,
Hi,
Ron.
Annie. So I wanted to begin, Ronald, with the questions about leadership regarding the ability to face adversity. Leadership is about being able to roll with the punches and allowing yourself to be transformed by challenging situations.
Right.
So I understand that in your career as an Olympic athlete, you've sustained several injuries, some of them life-threatening.
Right.
And I wanted to know how these experiences impacted you both personally and as a leader.
Well, I've had a couple of injuries that were like broken femur, broken leg, broken fingers, but the most challenging injuries in my life have been concussions. Really bad concussions, and the one I got in 2013, I was in bed for 12 days, and I made a mistake of flying to Peru to compete at the Bolivarian Games with a really severe concussion. Um, it was hard for me. I do not remember much of what I did over there. And when I came back from Peru to the States, I couldn't really talk. I couldn't read. I was talking like that. It was really bad. I had to spend 5 months in a dark room. I couldn't tolerate any light, any sound. And the problem was that there's a connection between your brain, your occipital nerves, and a right side of your brain that goes to your heart. And I was having issues with my heart. So I was feeling I was dying. And thank God I came back. And then I had another concussion 2 years ago. It was pretty much 3 months in bed, but it was not as severe as the first one. And what you learn from this is, first, you need to thank God every day because you're still here. And not only because you're still here for yourself, but to keep helping other people and to keep taking care of your horses, because they are my kids, So, and already I have my will, and my horses are the first thing in my will. Something happens to me, I have a trust fund. They will be happy. They'll be taken care of. They will not be working anymore. They will have a beautiful life. And then the rest will go to my family. So my first thing is my kids in this commitment with my life and with God to protect what I have bred, what I have created.
Another question. Well, Ronald is right now in Ocala, so the connection is not that good. He's in training right now for the next Olympics, right, Ronald? But I think that question to go more into the deep dive. If you've had these learning experiences, but what skill do you think that you've changed? Because when one goes through these injuries, we start to change something inside us. Like we can stop taking calculated risks. Maybe we want to spend more time with the people that we love. Stop having all that control. I don't know, which skill do you think it was the most important to you in this process?
I think, I live far from my family. My mom lives in Dominican Republic. I have some family there and also in Ecuador. So thanks to Facebook, I've been able to keep more in touch with them. And I would say after my accidents, I realized how important is life and your family, which is the most important thing you have. So we always keep in touch. We have group chats on WhatsApp. We keep in touch all the time. We talk all the time. And I think you learn to remember about those very important things in life. And not only that, but also you think that you have to help other people as well. I think when you come to this world, you have to leave a mark, like a footprint for next generations. And that's why I have trained people. We have students coming from other countries. We have had people from Chile, Argentina, Ecuador, Brazil, Peru, USA to come and train with us. And this summer, we put just an ad that we're looking for working students, and we got too many emails, and we're expecting 6 people this summer from Netherlands, Bulgaria, USA, Ecuador, that want to come and learn the whole thing. They want to learn how to become a good horseman. Because, as you said before, we breed horses, we train horses, we compete at the Olympic level, we manage the farm. So people that want to learn all these things, they want to be part of this team, and they come over here for that. And you help them develop, and we're trying to get more people from Ecuador to come, because we would like to get even a better team for the next Pan Ams and for the next Olympics. So we are trying to get them over here to train with me, and then get into a good program and get there.
And how would you describe the connection between the discipline that you've had to have as an athlete, and how has it translated into being an entrepreneur? How has that those leadership skills in these 2 different areas, one in training and the other in business?
I think both are very related. I always had this Olympic dream. When I was, I think, 11 years old, I went to the movies. My aunt, my father's sister, gave me some money to go to the movies and watch this movie, International Velvet, that translated in Spanish to Doble Triunfo. I don't know why. And then I could see eventing. I saw a video of cross country, and I was like, that looks amazing. It looks like going full speed with jumps on a golf course. I was like, this looks amazing. I would like to do that in Ecuador, but they would kill me, if I do that at the club. So it was a dream, but it's too expensive. So you thought always, I want to get there, I want to do this, but will I be able to do it or not? And I have hard times in Ecuador when I was developing my businesses, because it was not easy. The interest rates were over 100%. The terms were only 3 months, sometimes 6 months. You cannot start big companies, long-term companies, with short-term loans. It was hard. The valuation was terrible. Inflation was terrible. So it was hard. I was pretty much about to get bankrupt. And when you cannot sleep, you turn on the TV. Back then, we didn't have internet, but we had cable TV. So these companies that sell these motivational and self-improvement courses put the ads exactly at 3 a.m. when you wake up and you cannot sleep. So I started buying all these courses, and I started training myself to be successful. So I remember I took courses like PPP, Passion, Profit, and Power. Don't sweat the small stuff. Make money, don't worry, all these courses. I took mental control courses, Silva method. I took telepathy courses. I took hypnotism courses. I took a lot of things to improve myself, to learn how to handle myself in difficult situations and keep going. And I think that helped me initially to develop my companies, and then to be able to afford this sport, and move to the USA little by little and start growing my companies and start growing in the sport. So I think all these motivation and self-improvement courses helped me for my career, my business career, and for my sport. And it's funny because sometimes people go, "Oh man, you're so lucky. Look where you got. You're an Olympian. You competed at the World Equestrian Games. You were the first Olympic rider from Ecuador that jumps at Olympics and this and that. You're so lucky." I go like, "Well, yeah, thank God I'm lucky, but why don't you stop riding for 9 years?" That's what I did. I went to college and I started my companies, and then see if you can get that lucky. But it's not easy. So for me to not ride for 9 years, it was really, really hard. But I had to do it because I didn't have the money to pay for my sport at the level I wanted. And remember, my father told me, "Why don't you stop riding for a year so you can develop your companies better?" So that's what I did. And I thought it would be 1 year. It was 4.5 more. But I had a cheap horse of the track that I traded for a mare, for an Argentinian mare, because I didn't have money to go to competitions or have lessons. So I started breeding. And the funny thing is, I remember it was a beautiful stallion, and I had this mare that I had to get a loan to get a dose from that stallion to get that mare, that filly. And then that filly, I wanted to breed her with a super stallion that was in Ecuador. And I didn't have enough money to buy that dose. So I went to the owner and I said, listen, all I have is a camera, a picture camera. Could you take this for the dose of your stallion? And he laughed. I said, you're funny, but I want to help you. So I traded a camera for a dose of this horse. And from there, I started all my breeding program that I brought to the USA. And I was able to get the 5th generation of horses with me. And then I got Wise Master Rubelk, who is the winningest horse in the USA ever for future event horses. So it was nice how our dream started and getting to the top in the sport as a rider, as a breeder, and as an entrepreneur. So it's very nice, but it's not easy. It's not easy. Sometimes you have days that you have a lot of pain in your back or your knees or something, or you fell, you got injured, but you want to keep going. And I keep my top horses with me because those are my best trophies. You know, sometimes the trophies I get in the weekend, I just give it to the employees or whoever. I don't need those. But my best trophy is to keep the horses I have. The horses that have taken me to be the first Ecuadorian at a 4-star level, the first Ecuadorian at a 5-star level, the first Ecuadorian to compete at the World Equestrian Games as a Ecuadorian born in Ecuador, the first Olympian from Ecuador. So I keep those horses with me all the time, and I see them every day. And I thank them every day, and I thank God every day for having them. And that's what keeps me also going, because some days you're not as motivated as you wish, but you see your horses and you go, I was able to do it once, I can do it again. And then that's how you keep going.
Amazing. Thank you, Ronald. I think this is a story that has to do with discipline, passion, and your challenge. I think if we talk about skills or competencies, I don't know what you think, Kirsten, but if I hear right now, Ronald has the 3 main leadership competencies that without passion, you cannot do anything. And I don't know, Ronald, if you have a special message for people that follow you, kids, athletes, or leaders, because you have both. You have the entrepreneur part and you have the athlete, and now you're preparing yourself for the next Olympic Games. I don't know what's going to happen with the COVID right now.
Well, the message I will say to people, well, other people that come here to train with me, they go back home very thankful because they not only they learn about how to ride better, but we talk about life all the time. So I tell them what mistakes I have made, how I improved the things I was doing. So if you get a good leader that will be showing you the proper way to do things, you most likely will be doing less mistakes in your life. So we have people that were here like 7 years ago. I have a kid that wants to come again this year after 7 years. He said, well, have a great time there. I learned a lot. I'm going to university now, but I want to keep learning from you. And so we tell them, we teach them about life also, about respect, about education, about respect for the employees that take care of your horses, respect for the trainers. We bring trainers also to help us here. We bring Olympians, trainers of Olympians. So we always keep learning. And the important thing is, as I said, I think you come to this world and you need to leave a mark, because we are here temporarily. And I think you have to do something in life so you will be forever in the books. That was always my dream. And I want to transmit also, to give back to life what I got. So that's how I invite people to learn from us. And we have very good comments and they like it.
Marvel. Amazing. We are a little bit out of time now because we have the next interview. Kirsten, thank you, Ronald. It's been amazing. I haven't seen him
Thank you.
in such a long time. And you haven't seen him either, Kirsten, but it's been great talking to you. I don't know, Kirsten, if you want to say something.
Just
Thanks so much for
finally, I
interview.
think one of the things that I really enjoyed from what you talked about today, Ronald, is that resourcefulness in service of a passion. So you found ways with extreme difficulty, both on the front with the horses, but also with your business and the situation that your country was going through and everything. And you became resourceful and actually used both to feed each other rather than actually seeing them as things that are competing for your attention. You became very resourceful in using them to actualize your dreams. So thank you so much. Very, very inspirational.
No, thank you. And as I said, it's hard because I have professional friends that they just work from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. with the horses, and that's it. They go home. I wake up in the morning, I work from bed first, I check emails, I reply to messages, I talk with my managers in Ecuador, and then I ride on the day, I manage the farm here, manage the farm in Pennsylvania. At night, I work with all my businesses, I through Zoom, with WhatsApp, and I keep working. So it's not an 8-hour job. It's like 15, 16 hours a day. So it's hard, but it's really rewarding. And I don't think I could do it any other way. I cannot see myself working from 7 to 5 and then that's it. I will go crazy. So it's fun. And well, thank you very much for the interview. It's very nice to see you girls again.
Thank you, Ronald.
Thank you, Ronald. So good to see you.
Good to see you.